medicine, in ancient Greek myths, comes from a rescue in the middle of loss. Welcome to the Prytan Podcast, a daily practice in living well and flourishing, guided by archetypal psychology and eternal virtues through the lens of the ancient Greek world. Each episode, we listen to a myth or other story and discuss what it means for you, the listener. Today, we're exploring Apollo as father of Asclepius, the archetype of the creator as healer, and the virtue of Epieikeia, equity and mercy. The myth. Coronis was a mortal woman from Thessaly, loved by Apollo and pregnant with his child. While carrying that child, she took a mortal husband. The crow brought Apollo the news. Apollo's response was swift and merciless, as we have seen before in his myths. Coronis did not survive it. But then something else happened. As Coronis lay dying, Apollo acted with a different kind of clarity. The child had done nothing. The child was not part of what had gone wrong. Apollo cut the unborn infant from her womb and carried him away. That child was Asclepius. Apollo brought him to the centaur Chiron, who knew the medicinal properties of plants and the arts of healing, and Chiron raised him in those arts. Asclepius became the greatest healer in the ancient world. He healed what could not be healed. He restored what was lost. He could read the body the way Apollo read the future. Pindar meditates on this origin with particular attention. Asclepius's gift came from Apollo through Chiron, but his fate was to press past the boundary that even that gift should not cross. What began as rescue became, in Asclepius's hands, something larger. Today is the origin of that larger story, a god's mercy in the middle of his own grief and rage, and the child that mercy produced. The archetype and virtue. The healer is an archetype that pairs well with the creator. People and gods, with the creator archetype, have the capacity to take what is not yet formed and give it form, to bring something into the world that was not there before. In the myth of Asclepius, that same creative impulse turns toward human suffering. The healer does what the artist does, works with raw material, reads what is possible, and moves towards something better than what was there. Apollo passes this gift to his son not only by inheritance, but by arranging for his education. He entrusts Asclepius to the one teacher in the ancient world whom he knew could develop it. That is itself an act of creative wisdom, knowing that the gift requires the right conditions to grow and providing them. The virtue this myth asks us to consider is Epieikeia, which Aristotle discusses as the correction of strict justice in particular cases. Strict justice applies general rules. Epieikeia recognizes when the general rule produces an unjust result in a particular situation and corrects for it. The person with Epieikeia does not insist on what they are strictly entitled to when doing so would cause a wrong. They read the specific case clearly and respond to what is actually there. Apollo's saving of Asclepius is an act of Epieikeia. Coronis had violated what she owed Apollo, and she suffered the consequences. But the unborn child had done nothing. Strict application of the punishment would have taken both. Apollo distinguished between them. He saw the particular case clearly enough to separate what deserved punishment from what deserved rescue. Asclepius's healing art carries this same quality forward. Medicine at its best is not the mechanical application of rules to bodies. It is the recognition of what this particular person, in this particular condition, actually needs. Epieikeia is what moves medicine from protocol to care. And now, today's healing words. Feel free to repeat after me, or simply listen and absorb the words. I call on the Apollo within me, the part that creates, that brings form to what is formless, that can apply the creative impulse not only to beauty, but to brokenness. The part that can rescue something in the middle of a loss. I call on my own Epieikeia, my own capacity to see past the general rule to the particular case in front of me. To ask not what the rule requires, but what this person, in this moment, actually needs. Today, I practice the mercy that distinguishes, that sees clearly enough to know what deserves rescue. As we close out this episode, consider doing this project for today. Think of a situation, in your life or in someone else's, where a strict standard is being applied to a particular case in a way that is producing more harm than justice. Write one sentence about what equity would look like there, not the abandonment of standards. The wisdom to know when the standard fails the case. That's it for today's episode. Tomorrow on the Prytan Podcast, Apollo takes vengeance, the shadow archetype of grief turned destruction, and the virtue of Priotes, right anger. If you'd like to join our community and support what we do, you can subscribe to us on your platform of choice and follow us on social media. Links are on our website at prytanpodcast.com. That's Prytan podcast.com. In the meantime, live well and flourish.